my biggest thing is analyzing the games, analyzing football, analyzing basketball, so on and so forth. So, I think that's about it. And I'm going to go ahead and introduce my co-host.
Hey, what's going on, man? Hey, what's up,
What up,
Jay?
you?
Nothing much, man.
Yeah,
I'm just glad to be here.
Oh, yeah. Like I was telling the people, man, we got a lot to talk about today. It's a lot.
Yeah.
We about to cover. First, I wanted, I know what's been killing the sports news lately. I mean, you see it on ESPN, on the radio, all that. Seeing a lot of stuff about the domestic abuse going on within the mainly the NFL, man. You know what I'm saying? And NBA been keeping their hands clean, but it's been the NFL. I mean, I'm gonna hit that. That's gonna be like majority of it of our show today, but I want to kind of take a little bit of a backseat from that a little bit, and kind of just hit the NFL season. Because the NFL season is a little fresh. Week 3 officially starts tonight with the Thursday night game, Tampa Bay against Atlanta. But I kind of want to talk about how the season been for you so far. How you been doing the season so far?
It's been a wacky season, and I like it because a lot of games that I've seen, basically, you see teams, they were kind of rusty, even though you've seen some of them in the preseason, but I've seen and I've analyzed a lot of teams in the preseason, and I was saying that it was going to be problems, therefore, one of my favorite teams right now, the New England Patriots. I said, Tom Brady hasn't been practicing enough, so he's not probably messing with these guys like he should. Even though they had the training camp and the OTAs, but it was like you got to have those preseason games. You're not hurt, even if you just get your feet wet in the games, that's something that you need to do to perform. And he only played 2 games. And I understand the new kid, the Jimmy Garoppolo, because he played fantastic with the starters, and he struggled that last game when they gave them, the whole game to play, but you've seen the difference. Like, the chemistry wasn't there with Tom that first game. They were kind of off. And they just didn't mesh good like they should. But when I seen that, I said, well, you need those games no matter what. You need to play, and you need to have all 4 games in preseason to get ready. Some teams look sharp, the first game, But you kind of seeing that, like, everybody really getting their feet wet. But I actually enjoyed the first week. The second week, it kind of leveled off. I was really surprised with some of those shocker games. I actually believe 2 games, you probably agree, that Cleveland should be 2-0 right now. That's like one of the breakthrough stories I've seen.
Oh, man. Cleveland surprised me, and actually that's a good segue into what I wanted to get into as far as my first subject matter to talk about. I wanted to talk about the contenders and pretenders. What do you think are the contenders right now? I mean, I know it's just 2 weeks going into the 3rd week, but who's looking good so far and who's looking, kind of bad, or who is like the one that's looking good, but they going, kind of fall off. One that stands out to me that looks bad are the Giants, man.
Oh man, that was terrible. But
the whole NFC, yeah, man, the whole NFC East, which consists of the Dallas Cowboys, the Washington Redskins, the New York Giants, and the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yes.
Besides the Eagles, those other 3 teams, man, are just, especially the Giants. What is wrong with the Giants? They just look out of sync. Yeah, they look out of sync. This may be the year where I think every season they always
play the back seat after they contend.
And I think this is the year that he's actually going to get fired.
I agree. I believe what hurt them too. I think it hurt them, but it really helped them a little bit as well. They couldn't keep all these big guys on payroll, like, the Justin Tubbs, the OCU New Yorks, and a lot of guys who wanted money. They had to take care of the younger guys like Jason Pierre-Paul, and they had to take care of, the kid, Dominic Cruz, I said this wrong, Nelson Cruz. They had to take care of these guys because it was their time, the young youth movement, and all the teams have that. We suffered that before with the, Lions, but man, I just think it was poor drafting with them. That's a whole nother topic. I seen it with New England falling from grace in their Super Bowl years. They're finally getting their defense to come back around. But I think that they lost a lot of their talent from the Super Bowl years. And they're getting these new guys, and they're trying to get this new offense going on with the new offensive coordinator, and it just didn't seem like it meshed right now. And I believe that it's going to take them a while, but I think they'll be like probably an 8-18. It seems like that's what the NFC East always be, an 8-18. Sometimes, you might get a person who's 9-7.
Mm-hmm. You really think they go monster? I don't. I'm not really basing a whole season on this 0-2 start because a lot of teams, you got teams that done ripped off about 8-9 straight wins after starting 1-2. Whatever. I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about as far as how they. They just look totally out of sync. Like the offense looks like it's not fitting Eli Manning. And I heard somebody say, I can't remember the commentator it was. Mike Valenti said it. I listened to it the other day. He was saying that he thinks this is Eli Manning's last season in New York, and I agree. I said it after the week one, after they played the Lions. I was like, I don't see him being there past this year. It just looks like he's worth walking on because he doesn't look good at all.
I didn't recognize him, man. And then he's going to have to being the leader in interceptions again. It seems like. I believe though, with them, they might take a back seat and probably have one of those disappointing seasons. Like I say, tops. If I had to guess their record, I believe the Dallas Cowboys are always going to persist at that 8-8 and trying to escape. But I believe they're going to be a 6-10, maybe a 5-11 team this year.
Why?
And the teams they beat is going to either be sheer luck or they're going to be just as bad as them.
Okay. Yeah, I think. Another one. I don't want to bash the Giants too much, but I think another team that's kind of I want to say pretender. I'm not really sold on them yet. They've been looking good, but the Cincinnati Bengals. I'm not really.
Defense is pretty tough, but yeah, I think Dalton's going to implode like he normally do. That's what he do. That's like his job. If you had a job with somebody choking at the right time, I think that he'd be billionaire. That's just what he do, and it's unfortunate. But I believe that's what's going to happen because remember last year they had a great start. I said, man, these guys are serious. We're going to play them in the playoffs. We're going to be in trouble. San Diego came up and had to do it. They wasn't really that great at the time, like the Niners. They went and just straight beat up Cincinnati. And it was like Andy Dalton was just a great, regular season quarterback, but he didn't do anything when he had to. And he seems like he never played big time in the playoffs, and that's been his problem right now. That defense is always going to be stout, but something's always going to happen, like an injury to AJ Green. We've been seeing that prior to this. It's going to be something that happened that makes him uncomfortable.
This is the second season though for him. AJ Green, what he had lingering injuries, man. That's why. That's all I'm saying. It's almost it's almost reminiscent to the fact of how Atlanta looked after Julio Jones went down. Like he went down early, and they whole season just tanked. And it's like for AJ Green, it's funny because you got weapons. You got the two ideas over there, Tyler Eifert, and is it Grisham? Gershon?
Yes, Jermaine Gresham. Yep, you're right.
Yep, Jermaine Gresham over there. You got you got Giovanni Bernard over there. I mean, he got Eddie
Jordan Hill is pretty good.
Yeah, Jordan Hill, he's a rookie, right? Rookie out of LSU. And you got these weapons over there. And when AJ Green go down, it's just I really think he's still the focal point of their offense. And I think if AJ Green is not able to to stay healthy this whole season, the Bengals they're gonna be in trouble. I really think even though if he does still stay healthy, I think they're pretenders, man. I see it almost every year with them. They always compete good. They get a good win over Baltimore and the Pittsburgh Steelers in that AFC North, and then they'll just get close to the playoffs or they get in the playoffs, and then just get throttled. So I think they are definitely a contender right now.
You know what hurts me to say, and I'm not trying to be biased when I say these guys are pretenders because they've been playing stout ball right now, but just don't really buy into them because this happened before with a different quarterback. Now that quarterback is out of town, and the new quarterback is still kind of iffy because they're not really sure about this quarterback, really. He's going to be the one who can get them there or make them or break them. I say the Buffalo Bills and E.J. Manuel. Their defense is great. But I think some way, somehow, they're going to struggle, and they're going to be a contender when it comes down to it and when it's said and done. And a lot of people might be shocked when you say that. It's shocking, yes, because they played good against Chicago. It shocked everybody that Chicago win, but I knew they played good defense against Miami. But when Noshan Marino went down, I said, oh, my God, this is the worst thing could have happened. And they basically hung in there. They either kicked field goals, and they was like field goal for touchdowns at first after they got up 9-3. And then they got to the point where when they scored that huge touchdown, they just, they had a gap. And they had a gap so big that at the end of the fourth quarter that they couldn't really retaliate. And I was really surprised to see that because everybody thought that the Bills would be the opposite. But yeah, they're playing good ball right now. And 0-2 teams right now that surprise you too. Who are those two teams? Or at least give me one team that surprises you just 0-2 right now.
I want to say the Indianapolis Colts.
Yeah. I agree.
I can't believe they're 0-2 right now. Especially with this Philly game, because I would have Jacksonville was understandable with Philly coming back on Jacksonville. You know what I'm saying? Jacksonville ain't been since Martin Brunell in a while. And you know what I'm saying, they had Nathan Means and Jimmy Smith and Keelan McCardell, all them guys. They ain't been nothing since then. But I understand that with Philly coming back. But you're in Monday Night Football, 5 times, you're up. Indianapolis Colts they're a playoff team. This is a playoff team. And Philly comes back and beats you on Monday Night Football. And you're already on 1-6. You know what I'm saying? And I'm thinking Andrew Luck, he's going to rally the troops. They're going to win this game, get 1-1. They're going to be okay. They lost. I'm like, whoa. So this, I don't know, with the coach, 0-2 for them, this could be kind of like, I forget the coach name. It's Chuck something.
Pagano?
But yeah, Pagano. I think his first 2 seasons was lush. I really do. I think the Colts about to close this year.
Mm-hmm. He's missing Bruce Arians big time because when he was over there, he put that nastiness on. And I know Chuck Pagano was leading by his example, and his example was those tough Baltimore Ravens defenses in the past, and he wanted to bring that over there because he brought Arthur Jones. He brought a couple of other guys from over there as well to play, basically because they knew his scheme. But I think that without Bruce Arians, man, as you see, look at the difference now. It's like Chuck Pagano's with the Colts, man. They can barely win games. They had a lead. They blew the lead. It was a nice little lead that they could have just kept adding on to, but it seems like they got relaxed. Bad mistakes. They wasn't really executing well. And they should have never led until they come back and win in that fashion, too. It was like that kid, Darren Sproles, with the Spark Plug, man. He was amazing that night. It was fun watching him play. And I was embarrassed to see that because I looked and said, I really think Indianapolis going to win. You know, I love, Philly, and I like Nick Foles and Macklin and all those guys over there. But just thought that the Colts were a little bit more stronger, like more physical team. And that kind of basically sums up right now their season at 0-2. It's hard to get out of those holes. That's why they're like it's must wins in some of these games, and the New Orleans Saints, man, they haven't looked good at all either. They're saying that, Rob Ryan with the new defense and everything brought the attitude to them, which they were pretty good last year. They were like top 10 defense. And I just didn't see it this year. And I see him, Deshaun Payton on the sidelines arguing. I'm like, man, come on now. The miscommunication and the lack thereof is nothing that we need to see on TV. It's like you guys need to settle out. When you're in those rooms, going over tape, you can't do that, on the sidelines, man. That just let us know how, or how dysfunctional you guys are right now. And I was kind of embarrassing to watch, but yeah, I was a team that I saw that I was shocked to see that went 0-2 as well. Definitely with Drew Brees and, those weapons he has over there, superstar Jimmy Graham, there's a lot of good guys over there and a lot of talent. I know they lost a few people. That kind of showed up too. It's like,
but the Saints, I never really liked Rob Ryan. I don't know. I didn't really. I wasn't too fond of him over in Dallas when he was in Dallas.
You didn't like him in the Patriot years, man. With the
he was. He was okay, but it
we know who
it seemed like
behind that though.
I don't know, man. I just don't because the Saints defense don't look good. You know what I'm saying? Because they can put up points. They can put up the offense can put up points. With Drew Brees and like you were saying, he got those weapons. He gonna put some points on the board. But what happens when they go a 3-0, or they kind of out of sync? The opposing team's defenses adjust a little bit to Drew Brees and slow him down a little bit. What's the defense gonna do for the Saints? They ain't be as lost in the past week.
Yeah. And a lot of those leaders from defense gone. 2 of those leaders I've seen who left kind of pierced them too. If I looked and I'm looking at the, Eagles game like Malcolm Jenkins, that name sounds familiar. And I'm like, oh, the Saints. He was like one of their bloodlines over there. He was like one of the guys in the locker room to keep them guys going. They drank the Kool-Aid when Malcolm Jenkins was there, and so was Roman Harper. And I looked up, see Roman Harper over there with the Carolina Panthers. I'm like, man, those guys don't need no more pieces on defense, And I see Darren Sproles on the Eagles too. When you see these things shift and you see people go elsewhere, and I say, wow, man. I said, you've seen the passion wasn't there that they used to have with some of these veteran guys. Even though I know this young kid, Bacaro, over there at safety, he's amazing. And there's a lot of young guys that want to get a chance to, and they said they were playing great in preseason. But hey, you got to take it for what it's worth. It's preseason. It's the regular season now. And those guys kind of look like step above the Dallas Cowboys, which is that's not nothing to really, to be bragging about.
Right, right. So, kind of going to that, because we got a little bit over a half an hour, and I want to get into more stuff. But
okay.
What do you think about as far as the toughest conference so far in both conferences? Or what do you think would be the toughest division in the AFC and the toughest division in the NFC?
Right now, man, it's like what I'm looking at now. I've been looking at the NFC West, and I'm like, only teams I really see over there is the Broncos, and the Chargers. And I said, okay, it's not really too much. And it's like I evened them out, and I had to say still the NFC South, because when you look at it now, it's like Texans, man, they might not be nothing people bragging about, but they're 2-0. And then you still got those guys who won the division that's 0-2. It's kind of strange to me. And it's like most of them I seem like when I look at those teams over there in the AFC now, I'm like, man, there's only like 2 good teams per division.
Right.
But as I still was staying on the South side, AFC South. I would still have to stand by that because when I looked up too, it's like some of these guys, when you look at them, it's like you think they're going to run away with their divisions. And I'm not trying to, toot anybody's horn, and I'm not even trying to jinx my team, but I still think New England will come out the AFC East. I think that little collapse with the Bills will happen. I think they might be a 8-7. I mean, like an 8-8, maybe a 9-17. Don't get me wrong, but I don't still think it'll be enough for a wild card. I think that a lot of these teams over there will show their true colors once it shows, like in week 8 and 9 when it started getting gritty and you're scuffling and trying to get your playoff position. But I think over there in the AFC South, I still think there's going to be a little bit more noise than the rest because just because of the Texans, and I think that right now with the Colts, they got a lot to prove, man, because of their 0-2.
Right. As far as myself, since we're on the AFC, I think with the AFC, I actually like the East. I actually dig the AFC East right now because when you look at it, most of those teams, even last year, most of these teams were kind of strong. You know what I'm saying? Miami was pretty strong last year. Buffalo was pretty. They flexed a little bit of muscle. The Jets, of course, they definitely made the playoffs. Last year. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and people don't give Rex Ryan enough credit, man. He's doing a hell of a job over there. He did great with last year.
Yeah, he's
doing a hell of a job.
You paid attention to those guys, though, man. So yeah, I agree.
Yeah, and then, like you were saying, the New England Patriots. I mean, the Patriots will always be there. Like, always be there. You always gonna have the Patriots there, no matter what. They always gonna be there.
They're just like a nagging tumor, man. But it's just the discipline of that organization,
Right. Yeah. And I want to switch over to the NFC right quick. I don't know. I really want to say that the strongest division of these, I think is going to end up being the NFC West. Because you got the hitters over there. You got Arizona, San Fran, Seattle, and then St. Louis. St. Louis and those tops. We definitely know what Seattle, what San Fran can bring. And Arizona, man, they built
some areas, man.
Arizona.
Areas. That's all I can say about those guys.
He is most definitely the catalyst to making that team pretty much what it is. I love Bleacherz, man. He's an offensive guy, and he know what he's doing. You can see what he did with the coach when Pagano was going through his medical issues, and he took over for the coach. And man, he had Andrew Luck over there playing like a damn 10-year all his first year.
It was just amazing to see that too, man.
Yeah, most definitely. But I think it's gonna be for me in the AFC, it's the AFC. For me in the NFC, it's gonna be the NFC West, just hands down. But I wanted to we're gonna take us a quick break in a few minutes, and when we come back, man, we're gonna have to get into it.
That's the best thing about it, man.
I've been really wanting to avoid it because I know everybody's been getting it a lot. Because that's all, like I said, that's all that's been dominating the news is the domestic stuff coming out. With the Ray Rice, the Hardy, Greg Hardy, the Jonathan Dwyer stuff. Oh man, it's nuts how Adrian Peterson with his stuff going on, and then I heard they bringing Brandon Marshall's pass back up. So
yeah, and that's sad because he's kind of got away from that now. He's been a better person, and he's can be somebody that
cleaned his ass up.
Yeah. And they're still trying to best with him. It's like he's bringing the skeletons out the closet when he admits to his wrongs and he's bettered himself, man. You don't hear him out here no more. He's trying to be a role model and he's trying to be a leader, and they're still, man, they always seem like they pick up stuff like that, but they're not really concentrating on the true thing at hand, that Roger Goodell dropped the ball on the Ray Rice case. And when people called him out about it, he was like, trying to get the PRs and everybody happy. And he ended up suspending Ray Rice, saying that he never got the tape. They said they gave it to him in April. And not only that, but Ray Rice told him the truth about what happened. But now he says, oh, I see the tape and it's so much different now. It's like all the resources you guys have. You basically like, I see it from TMZ. You don't see it from your own resources. It's like, come on, now, you guys have more resources than this, up and coming TMZ. They're not as popular as the NFL. Let's be realistic. And I just think now he's trying to hide behind that.
Right. Okay. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be back to bring you this stuff about the domestic violence. All right, y'all, stay with us.
Witness the Black Tie experience. Black Tie Photography, servicing all of Metro Atlanta area. My name is Cedric Pitts, your photographer. Check out our website at www.blacktiepictures.com or like our Facebook page, facebook.com/blacktiepictures. Let me capture your professionalism in class, and you will have the ultimate black tie experience.
Are you looking to start a new career? Let Choice Career Studies help you take your next step towards success. We offer dental administration courses that can be completed in 4 short and easy weekends. For $495, we will give you the fundamentals of dental administration, resume and interview skills, and assist with job placement. Give us a call today, 586-222-5457.
Yo, it's the deal. It's your boy, the Hood Howard Stern, Q Lewis. the host of the livest cloud radio show on the planet. You know what it is, straight from the E Block. We live every week and we reaching over 60,000 listeners. So you know what that means? If you got a small business or a product that you want to promote, this could be the perfect venue for you. If you want to learn some more about how you can advertise on our platform, go to the website www.eblockradio.com and see what package works for you. We got packages as low as $25 a month. $25 a month, where can you beat that at? We're reaching over 60,000 listeners. Hey, if you want to get more information, don't forget, go to the website www.eblockradio.com. Advertise with the livest cloud radio show on the planet. You heard it here first. It's your boy, the Hood Howard Stern, Q Lewis. Get at me. Yo.
Hey, y'all, we back with y'all here. This is Jay Lou. If you just joined us, this is Jay Lou here with my co-host Hugh. And before we went on break, we were just discussing the domestic violence that's going on within these with these NFL players. And first, Hugh, we gotta talk about Ray Rice. We got to talk about the Ray Rice situation. This situation was pretty much when it first came out. I heard that Ray Rice told Roger Goodell everything. He told him and his fiance went into Goodell's office before they even had the press conference. They went into Goodell's office, sat down, talked to Roger Goodell, and told him verbatim everything that happened, everything that was on the tape. Ray Rice told to Goodell. So my thing is, why be a hypocrite when you don't do your job the first time when this man tells you the truth? Whether you see the tape or not, or the tape coming out later, he told you the truth. Why not punish him the way he should be punished right then and there, instead of now making him look like this super hoodlum dude, woman beater that just, beat on women or whatever and just left out information, didn't tell you nothing. Now you see the tape. Now he invested. That's garbage to me. When he told you everything, him and the fiance told you everything. I think Roger Goodell, man, he needs to be under investigation. Something needs to happen.
Absolutely. We were waiting for something to stick with him. And maybe this is a good thing, man, because when this happened, I was happy because I said, man, he shot the ball big time. Even with the suspension that he tried to give Ray Rice for 2 games. And I believe when Mike and a lot of people started talking and they were basically challenging him, and they were basically upset about the 2-game suspension after beating up his wife. We didn't see everything that happened at first. We just seen him dragging unconscious body out of the elevator. And then when it came to light and we seen the, part where they said that he supposedly was spitting on her and he punched her and she hit her head on the guardrail, that's when they said, oh, that changes everything. How did it change everything when they already told you the story? And you supposedly had the tape already, and you say, well, I didn't have it, and they said it's against the law, and it was so much garbage with Roger Goodell, and I'm like, man, they should put him on the exempt list and get somebody else to come in and control the company, man, because I just didn't feel like it was appropriate the way he was trying to handle business, and he's not even justifying it. He's not even coming out and speaking amongst everything. He's hiding like a coward now.
Right, and this is my thing. I want to know, it's the question they should ask. Why only 2 games? Initially. Why the initial 2-game suspension? There's 2. That's what I want to know. What's changed?
Yeah. Then all of a sudden he said, I made an error. We're going to do 6 games, and the next one, it's not going to be any games suspension. You're going to be banned. Now all of a sudden, you gave him you already laid down the line. You said the 2 games. Then you turn around and say, oh, he's banned from here right now for further notice. And it's like you had basically the guys in the Raven organization say, okay, we release him from his contract. And it's like, yeah, you're just trying to do that to keep your PR and try to keep everybody satisfied. But we still know you dropped the ball. And then all this stuff is going around now saying you had State, you heard him that he didn't, leave out anything. And now all of a sudden, why is this being something now that you're not even really trying to explain to the public now? You don't even want to go around and say anything. And it's like, not only that, but multiple incidents with domestic violence came up now. When they came to light, he's nowhere to be found.
Right. Man, I'm telling you, there's some up with him, and like I said, they're going to investigate this. And when the investigation comes out, it's really going to make him look bad. But on top of that, though, see, what's really protecting him, Roger Goodell I'm speaking of, what's really protecting him are the owners. We were talking about this earlier,
Yeah.
Jerry Jones, the Dallas Cowboys owner, came out earlier this week and said the owners love him. They love Roger Goodell.
He had our
support. So it's like what are you gonna do? It's almost like the only way I think they can really get Goodell out of there or have him resign is these groups, the battered women's groups and stuff like that, come out and kind of protest him and get him out of there. You know what I'm saying? Because I know the NFL don't want bad PR as far as like real bad PR as far as coming from their commissioner. You know what I'm saying? But he got that hanging over his head big time. And then with the stuff that was happening with Greg Hardy, the linebacker for the Carolina Panthers, he was beating the hell out of his girlfriend. And it was on a 911 call. Yeah, it was on a 911 call, dragging her, beating her, everything. And this dude on the field, he playing.
He didn't have no threats about being suspended or anything. Don't you notice at that time, it was kind of like they hid it and they kind of pushed it to the corner like nothing was going on with the situation.
Yeah,
the Ray Rice situation got worse. They wanted to bring it out to light after that.
Right, and Greg Hardy was found guilty in the court of law. He was guilty. Like he went to court and was found guilty. He had a sentence and everything, and this dude is on the football field. Like, what is going on with Goodell punishing these guys for what they're doing? And it seems like it's starting to be like a domino effect because right after the Ray Rice stuff happened, then the Greg Hardy stuff resurfaced a little bit, and that really started coming down hard. Then this crap I just heard with Jonathan Dwyer, what is wrong with him?
That's flat out disgusting what he's doing.
Oh man, he's a strip up. I mean, if you don't know who Jonathan Dwyer is, he's a backup running back for the Arizona Cardinals. A report came out that he jumped on. Is it his wife's heel or is it his girlfriend?
Yes, his wife. He jumped on his wife too.
Jumped on the wife, and I heard he got so mad at her afterwards. He threw a shoe at their 18-month-old child. What is wrong with these guys?
Yeah, he's a sick one, man. I think that, man. He definitely should be. If they ban him, they should be for at least 2 years now. I know this year started. It's not really deep into the year. It's still fresh. They should ban him the rest of the year and give him another year off because what I'm sick of, James, right now, that makes me sick to my stomach. I'm not trying to say what Wes Welker did was right because they said he took amphetamine. You basically trying to be on top of the game, and that's illegal. It's dirty and it's a dirty tactic. But, you know, you ban, you know, Josh Gordon you try to ban him for a year because he smoked weed. Now he really messed up on that, and all this Ray Rice stuff got so nasty, and the domestic violence with Adrian Peterson and Jonathan Dwyer, they're like, okay, well, maybe we need a new policy for the drug guys. Now we're hoping them to be back week 3, and then now Josh Gordon to be back in week 10, and anybody in the Cleveland area just wants you to know, don't try to buy no cars from Josh Gordon because he's not a good salesman. That's what I'm reading right now.
But recently though, they just, you know, passed the new NFL drug policy or whatever. So I think that cut his suspension in half or something. Like he's on 6 games now, something like that, like a 6-game suspension.
I would love to see that because Josh Gordon, man, 6-game suspension for him, man. Because I think Cleveland, man, they're going to be special when he comes back. They're already special right now. I'd be happy to see him back in 6 games.
Yeah, I agree. But I really don't. I don't know what's going on with these guys. And you know, as far as, well, I mean, you can't call it domestic disputes. I mean, abuse. But with Adrian Peterson, how do you feel about that? I don't know. I know a lot of us got our asses when we were younger, you know.
Yeah,
so
I'm confused with that.
I don't know, because the report I was on Bleacherz report, and I read the police report that had leaked out, and on the police report it was saying that Adrian Peterson, which this son, he has a very strong and close relationship with this son. So the son was over at Adrian Peterson's house for a amount of time with him, and he took his son home to his mother, and I want to say 3 days later they said the mother took the son to the doctor. Well, the doctor discovered welts and all this stuff on the kid's back, his scrotum, his hands, or whatever, and they classified it as being an open wound or whatever, and they put it under child abuse. So I don't. That's kind of funny to me. Like, what is? I don't know, man. I really don't. I'm not against disciplining kids, but I would probably have to see the photo, like, of what, you know what I'm saying? Because people can exaggerate stuff, but I mean, if he did abuse a child like that, I mean, of course, it's crazy. There's no place for that nowhere. But I mean, nowadays, you know, you just scrape the kid on the head, they go tell, and you know what I'm saying? This blew out of proportion. You know, you're gonna abuse the kid, you're hitting or whatever. So, I mean, that's a whole other conversation another day as far as the line of what's abuse and what's discipline. But you know, I don't understand that, man. They taking a whole season away from this guy.
Yeah, the kids are soft nowadays, man. It's like, I'm not really saying, and I feel bad for the kids who got bullied and who killed themselves, but if any of us got bullied, man, we'll wake up and live to see another day, and we either stood up to our bullies or we either went blow for blow at our bully, and if we win or lose, the bully will respect you afterwards, and they go on to the next victim. We went through those situations. We didn't kill ourselves over those issues, you know. And with the whippings, man, if there was child abuse, man, I think most parents in America who have been used to switch would have, agreed that they got abused then. But it was just the way that we were disciplining as children, and it made us better people today. We're not out here robbing people, trying to kill people, and doing crazy stuff and living a violent life. Most people who got disciplined are living better, and they're doing what's best for them, and they're raising their kids in a better way. But it's like, I understand that discipline your kids the way you discipline them. There's no other way, it's your way, and that's as what you do as a parent. But yeah, I was really confused with that too, because I got booked with switches, and a lot of other kids did too.
A lot of us did, man. Yeah, a lot of us did back in the day.
I was mad at Oberman, man, when he was talking about with the boy with a tree branch and, all this crazy stuff like he stuck leaves in his mouth and hit him in the face when he was defenseless saying, Daddy, no. I'm like, come on, man. Was you really there sitting there, man? Well, you only hearing things and you're trying to make it worse than what it was. With the tree branch thing, I thought that was going on for him, and I was rather disappointed because it's like, that's his child. I'm not saying, and I definitely wouldn't promote child abuse, but, he felt like that's the way he's supposed to discipline his kid. I know I got a little bit of switches, belts, and everything else, but, I still here today, and it made me a stronger person. It let me know it's right things and wrong things to do. And I'm not out here breaking the law for him.
Right, and even with that, Hugh, when AP came out and made his statement, that was saying that I'm not a perfect parent, but I'm not a child abuser, right? So
absolutely,
with that, maybe I would my child or discipline my kid, and I went a little bit overboard. Now, all of us kids, I know a lot of us people who listen to the show, or whatever, we have kids. They do certain stuff, they do certain things, getting in trouble or whatever. It's our job to discipline them so they can be some kind of asset to society. You know what I'm saying? We don't want them to be a menace where later on, when we don't discipline them now, later on you got the government, the law disciplining them. You know what I'm saying? And we don't, of course, as a parent, we don't want that. We don't want to go see our child behind bars because we didn't do what we were supposed to do as parents. So my thing is, sometimes, as parents, sometimes, we make mistakes or whatever. And that's what I classify this under as just a mistake, a parental mistake. He may have, went a little overboard with the spanking or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he wanted to kill his kid or just severely hurt him or anything. I don't think it was like that, but what can you do when it comes out public and, the NFL gets hold of it? They got to say they butt. So it's bad PR for the league. These guys go off. I was looking at a show earlier, and they said you guys it was interviewing Ryan Kerry, the linebacker for the Washington Redskins, and they were interviewing him, and they were saying, how do you guys get down after a game? Like, as far as, come back down to earth. Because you got to pretty much get into crazy mode to play the game of professional football. Anybody who's played football on any level knows that you got to have a little bit of an edge, especially to play at that top-notch level, which is the NFL.
Oh, yeah.
You can't go in there and play timid, be nice, touch a guy or whatever. Sometimes you got to hit a guy hard and get a finish, or whatever. You got to hit him hard and break whatever rules they done set in place now, which is punk ball to me. But oh well, we still watch it, we still love it. But my thing is, and that was a great question for me. When you got to be an animal on the field, come out of yourself and be an animal on the field, how do you get back down when you get home? How do you come back down to earth when you get back home? And so you see your family right after the game, and just say your wife offering some other tip or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So who's gonna protect the players too?
Yeah, because that adrenaline, man, after the game, where are you putting it at? Where are you replacing it with when you go home and then when you're getting back onto the football field? And yeah, that's interesting to hear, man. And it's like, we're not saying the take it out on their kids or anything. You know, some people get everything misconstrued and they say crazy things. We were saying crazy things. It's just those guys actually are human too. You know, they make mistakes. And a lot of these players are feeling bad for Adrian Peterson because they're saying that, you know, he disciplined this child away. He felt like it seemed fit. And that was a private matter. And the wife made it public when it went to the doctor, and they basically said that it was under the child abuse. You know, these are private matters. When you discipline your kid, you know, I know that they might not be together or whatnot, but sometimes, you know, when things happen, like as far as you disciplining a kid, you're not doing it to really try to hurt and mentally destroy them.
Right.
Yeah. You're doing it for, you know, to try to teach them right from wrong. Because it's always got to be a good and bad and right from wrong.
Right. Keep them on the straight path. And sometimes it takes a little bit of a hit here or a hit there or whatever. You know what I'm saying? For girls, I know, especially for my daughters, I never really had to really put my hands on her. Obviously, me just raising my voice to have her all in tears, you know. But with boys, it's a little bit different. You know what I'm saying?
Extra with boys.
Yeah.
Because if you don't take care of business, that's what will happen. They're going to be on these talk shows beating up their parents.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. Then you get into the part where they grow up and they're not little Adrian Peterson no more. They're big Adrian Peterson with their own mindset and getting set in their ways and all of this stuff. And now can they really add something to society? What are they doing? You know what I'm saying? Out here, I think that's where you get those instances where, you know what I'm saying, the police, you know, they got to deal with the police and stuff like that, and they get scared, you know what I'm saying, and you know, you have the same situations come, you know, with what's happening in Ferguson. You know what I'm saying? But that's, like I said, that's another conversation for another day. I don't really want to get into that. I don't want to get pissed off today. But real quick, because we got about 3 minutes, I really wanted to get into what was going to be top 3 games of the week, but I'm going to just do one right quick. I think I've been looking at the schedule for this Sunday, and I'm gonna have to say actually, what I said, it was gonna be I think they're in the middle of the pack, but no, actually, I just saw a game on here actually. San Fran to Arizona. I think that's gonna be the game of the week. That's my pick.
I'm right now.
And what's kind of pissing me off is the game is at 4:05, and then you got the Sunday night game. Let me see what the Sunday night game is. The Sunday night game is Pittsburgh and Carolina. Huh?
They need to switch that to a 4 o'clock game. That's what the San Francisco Arizona to a late night game.
They need to switch it to a 1 o'clock game. I mean,
I hope they
come on, man.
It's not really out right now. That's the whole defense, you know. That always makes fun of them how old they are, but yeah, that should definitely be switched. Because I probably don't be up late watching that one. Period.
Now, which team was it that Arizona swept last year? Didn't they sweep the team?
You know what? I know they beat Seattle.
It was either Seattle or San Fran. I can't remember. I want to say they swept San Fran.
I think it was San Fran because they didn't beat them guys, and because they only beat Seattle once, and that was in Seattle.
Right.
But yeah, I think they're gonna beat San Fran too this game. Yep, I got Arizona on that one.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know, man. I think I might have to go with San Francisco in this game. So when we come back next week, we'll talk about that. But it's been a great show. I want to wrap it up right now. It's been a great show. Good to be here on E-Block Radio, our new home here for this show. Name of the show is Beyond the Bleacherz. You can catch us on Wednesdays. It's just a special night tonight that we're kicking the show off. But you can catch us on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if you guys want to check out the replay of the shows, go to www.eblockradio.com. And you can catch me and Hugh on replays if you missed the show, you guys at work, or whatever you want some sports talk to listen to. Let's hit us up, or like I said, let's do it live next Wednesday. Next Wednesday, we're gonna bring you some more stuff. I want to get some more of the college stuff next week, because it's college season to me. It's gonna heat up. You know what I'm saying, with the playoffs and shit like that. Yes, it is. So we're gonna bring some college news. I'm gonna throw a little bit of high school stuff in there for you guys, and we'll talk more NFL. So that being said, we'll see you guys next Wednesday, and thanks for listening.